I want to give you a little story here about reading the newspaper on a regular basis. 1994, I was working for a large industry trade association downtown, 35th floor, Royal Bank Plaza. My office looked out over Sky Dome. I just thought the world was rising and setting at my doorstep. Anyhow, boss walks into my office one day and he says to me, "Richardson, I want you to send a 3-page fax to 100 members of the association." I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to take me a long time. Because if you remember fax machines back in the day when you were probably grade 5 or 6 or 7 or so, what I had to do was take 2 pieces of paper, put them in the fax machine, dial the number, press send, wait till the thing goes da-da-da-da-da all the way through, right? Take about a minute and a half or so, page comes out, put it in the next one, press the numbers, da-da-da-da-da, etc. I thought to myself, man, there's got to be another way of doing this. It's a little bit better or faster. So I went next door to this law firm where there's some secretaries I was flirting around with, and I walked up to one of them. I said, "I know you guys send faxes all day long from the law firm. There's got to be a faster way to do something like that." She said, "Yeah, we got this new software called WinFax." I said, "WinFax, what's that?" She said, "Well, what you do is you call your document up on the screen, you know, in Windows 95, right, which had just recently come out then." And she said, "You click on the print icon. Instead of print to paper, you print to fax. And then this other little screen pops up, and you click on send, and you type in the fax number. And if your computer is connected to a modem, what happens is it'll dial the telephone number of the fax machine on the other end, and when you click send, the fax will automatically go." And then I said to her, "Well, can you send one fax to more than one person?" And she said, "Well, yeah, all you do is just click on the return and keep adding in fax numbers." I said, "Could you send it to 100? She said, "You can send it to 1,000. Just keep typing in the telephone numbers." So I said, "Fantastic." So I went down underneath First Canadian Place. There was a little Radio Shack store there. I bought this software called WinFax 1.0. Went back up to my office. It was around 3:30 in the afternoon now. Loaded it on my computer. Took me about an hour and a half to figure it out. Brought my little document up, which was information about a meeting that we were going to have for the association. Typed in all these numbers. By about 4:30 I'd finished. Then this other little icon came up. You could even put some little words in a cover page. I thought that's really cool. Clicked on send. Got the 5:13 GO train. Went home. Next morning I come into the office around 9:30. My boss is looking for me. He says to me, "Richardson, where the heck are you? What's going on?" I said, relax, everything's okay." He said, "Well, you got to send those faxes out." I said, "They're all done." He said, "What do you mean they're all done?" I said, "I got this little software called WinFax. It does everything." So then he said something to me that I hadn't thought about. He said to me, "Wow, if that product is so good, other people are going to want to buy it. Let's find out if it's listed." I said, "What does that mean?" He said, "Let's find out if it's a public company." I said, "Well, I bought the product, you know, from a store. It's public." He says, No, you stupid dummy." He says, "Is it listed on the stock exchange? Can we buy stock in the company?" I said, "Why would you want to do that?" He said, "It's obvious. If people buy stock in the company because the product's selling well, stock's going to go up. If you bought at a low price, you can sell at a high price and make some money." I'd never bought stock up to this point. I had no idea of what was involved. I thought you had to study a lot of complicated mathematical formulas and know a lot about macro and microeconomics, etc. I never really thought of myself as a stock, you know, trading type of person. He said, "Oh, it's really simple." He said, to buy and sell stocks, all you have to know is one simple reason why something is going to happen good to the company to cause the stock price to go up. And if you're a person that bought when the stock price is low, you're going to make money. So I said, "Well, what do we do?" He says, "Read the newspaper." He said, "You just read the newspaper for the next couple of months and find everything out about that company." He said, "The first thing, though, is we're going to go over to First Canadian Place and look up on the board and find out if the company's listed." The company was called Delrena. It traded under DLR. It was listed. Stock was selling at 11 cents a share. So then he walked me over to the TD Bank office and said, "I'm going to sign you up for a TD Waterhouse account." Put in about $150 and bought myself 1,000 shares. 11 cents a share cost me $110 plus commission, $30. So now I owned 1,000 shares of some traded stock. He says, "Now what you do is you read the newspaper on a regular basis for 2 things. 1, you look at the stock price to see if it's continuing to go up, and 2, to find out about the industry association and find out what's happening with this type of company, and is fax software going to be something that's really important and growing and expanding, and if not, then sell your stock, and if it is, then hang on or maybe even buy some more." So I said, "Great." So I scoured the newspapers every day for months and months, and I found out that all kinds of people are using this type of software to send out faxes, industry associations, large companies, government departments, etc. Stock price went 50 cents, $1, then $5. By Valentine's Day the next year, the stock was at $15. Stupid geese out here. Then it was about $20 around Christmas time. Then it dipped around to about 19, went back up to 23 bucks. I got nervous, I sold at $23. $23 times 1,000 shares, $23,000. I went out and bought myself a brand new 1996 Isuzu Trooper. First time I ever paid cash for a car. True story. What happened to my boss? He had bought himself 10,000 shares. He sold at $25 a share, made himself $250,000, and went and bought himself a big ass house way up north of Newmarket, which in 1996 for $250,000 was a damn good price. So that's my little story about reading the newspaper on a regular basis and how that can help you score a big pile of money.